Hey guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino and you have the Attorney General Pam Bondi. There was a huge clash. I mean, it went down. All right. It was so bad, they had to send the FBI Deputy Director home. They told him, look, go home, take the day off, just go. All right. All this because of Jeffrey Epstein files. It's not over. This story is not over. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. I believe that the list is out there. I do believe so. You have Mega, all right? Again, Donald supporter. They want Pam Bondi to resign, to step down, because they feel like she's hiding the list. And again, guys, this thing is not over. We're going to see what's going on with this one here. Pam Bondi said that there's over 10,000 videos, very disturbing videos, all right, and that she's not going to release it to the public. I don't blame her, you know, but here's the thing. If there are thousands of videos, there should be list, names. There should be a lot of names, but according to the Trump administration, yeah, there's no names, there's nothing. So yeah, we're gonna see what's going on here. Dan Bongino, he is not pleased, and yeah, we're gonna see what's going on with this one. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that notification bell, and hit that subscribe. Let's see what's going on with this story. So it says here, FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino took a day off, literally took a day off. A lot of people thought that he resigned. But he didn't resign. All right, so he took a day off from work after a clash, a huge clash with Attorney General Pam Bondi over the handling of the Epstein files. Now, on Sunday night, a new FBI DOJ memo obtained by Axios concluded Epstein did not have a client list. Once again, this came out Sunday night. All these agencies, FBI, the DOJ, came out and said that Epstein did not have a client list that he used for blackmail. Now, the FBI earlier determined that Epstein did commit suicide in August of 2019. So a lot of people believe that in August 2019, they believe that Epstein didn't commit no suicide, and that he was basically, you know, taken out and this and that. And that there's a security footage, right? And it's one of those security footage, and it's missing like a minute, all right, in that footage. So it was cut or something. Yeah, so a lot of Americans, they're not pleased. Americans are not pleased about this one here. So they are demanding the impeachment of Pam Bondi. All right, so it says here, the DOJ, the FBI, also released a 10-hour video on Sunday from outside Jeffrey Epstein jail cell. I must remind you, Jeffrey Epstein, I do believe he was on suicide watch, which means that there were extra securities keeping an eye on this man. They were keeping an eye on him. That's the meaning, the definition of suicide watch. So they were keeping an eye on this man. But for some reason, I guess they all went out to smoke cigarettes. The security went out, possibly went out to smoke cigarettes. They came back. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Nobody was watching him. Nobody was watching him. It just, you know, there's something fishy going on there. All right, so it says here, according to Axios, Dan Bongino was blamed. Ooh, he was blamed for the oversight of the missing minute from the video. Now, Axios reported the FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino took a day off from work Friday after clashing at the White House with Attorney General Pam Bondi over their handling of the Epstein files. Four sources familiar with the conflict told Axios. Now, why it matters? Well, the dispute erupted Wednesday amid the fallout of the administration walking back its claim about Jeffrey by determining the convicted offender didn't have a celebrity client list. Didn't have a celebrity client list. But there were pictures, right? There were pictures. There was like all these pictures and stuff, the videos, and again, so it's kind of strange. All right, so, and that he wasn't murdered in his New York City prison cell in 2019. Bongino didn't come to work Friday, today, leading some insiders to believe he had quit. But administration officials say he's still on the job. Okay, so he's still on the job. He just took a day off. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm done. I can't deal with you people. I can't. I'm out of here. Pam, peace. I'm out. So even as the eternal attention over the Jeffrey case continues, this is not over. This is not over. And remember, there was at the White House a few days ago, Pam Bondi, you had Marco Rubio, you had Donald Trump, and you had a lot of people there, and the news journalists. You have one reporter asked Bondi about the updates of the Jeffrey list, and Donald stepped in. Donald is like, hold on, Pam, I got this. Are we still talking about this creep? Are we still talking about, if it feels like Donald is trying to, avoid the question and say, look, it's over, it's done, let's go, that's it, no more. We have Texas news, we have all this other stuff. Can we stop talking about Jeffrey? It seems like, I don't know, guys, when he responded like that, when he snapped, whenever people snap like that, obviously they hiding something, or they trying to just bury the story. That's it. Let it sit in the closet and in the bookshelf. It just, that was a really bad response by the US president. I just feel like there's so much more going on with this Jeffrey stuff. And Dan Bongino, that's something that people should be waking up. There's obviously something going on here. Something is going on here. Why all of a sudden all this different story, a change of heart, when these people said they were going to release it? And Pam said that the client list is sitting on her desk. She said that. But again, I just feel like there's some stuff going on here. One thing I'll tell you, if we don't get the information, there is good news out of all this. The Bible said that God will seek his revenge, and that everything will be brought out to light. Everything will be exposed. God will expose it. All right, that's the beauty of it. All right, God will seek his revenge. All right, so it says here, all right, so you have at the center of the argument, a surveillance video from outside of Jeffrey's cell that the administration released, saying it was proof no one had entered the room before he killed himself. Now you have Laura Loomer also reported on Dan Bongino's class with Pam Bondi. A source separately told News Nation that the FBI director, Cash, and Dan would have released the Jeffrey documents months ago, but they were unable to. I believe with full certainty that if Cash and Dan had the power to operate separately from the DOJ, that they would have unsealed and released every single piece of evidence they could while protecting victims months ago. Now, the source close to the White House said to News Nation. So you have Julie Kelly said Bongino has not been in the office since Wednesday. Something is bothering Dan Bongino. Something is really bothering him. The truth is going to be released. You can, again, when you are a faithful, let's say faithful Christian, and you lie and then you hold on to that, again, you're gonna have that guilt. Like, what am I doing? Why am I protecting this sick person that did this to young ones? Eventually you're just going to snap and say, I had it. I mean, you know, that's it. I'm gonna tell the truth. So once again, they did send him home. They told Dan, go home. Go home, Dan. Go home. Now, Megyn Kelly is also coming out saying something. Give me a second here. So you do have mega groups. They're not pleased. They're not pleased. If I could find it, I truly apologize, guys. I have so much news coming out. I mean, I got so much things happening right now, so I don't have that information. I truly apologize. But again, you do have a mega supporter are urging for Pam to step down or impeach. You got so many people, even people from the left. Some of the people from the left, they're not pleased with this. They're not. So obviously there's something happening here. Dan Bongino being sent home, that is again, that's a sign. That is a sign that obviously there's something wrong here. There's something wrong. So Tucker Carlson said that this is like not a good thing. You know, what's going on here? You know, we were told that there's a list. Now all of a sudden there's no list. There's thousands of videos, so obviously there's got to be names in those videos, right? I mean, there's got to be something. But yeah, is there a possibility there might have been some very important individuals in those lists? Possibly. And they're trying to protect them. Who knows? But terrible. This is where we at. Terrible time. And if Donald knows, look, if these people know stuff and they keep them to themselves, they're just defending and protecting this sick person, Jeffrey. They're just protecting his legacy. All right, guys, what are your thoughts? Leave comments down below. And like I said, this is a shocking news. Very, very, very shocking information coming out. And a lot of people thought Dan Bongino resigned. No, not yet. Not yet, but yeah, I got a feeling a lot of people is going to resign. A lot of people is going to be like, look, I'm not down with this. Yeah, I signed up to put out the truth. I didn't sign up, you know, to protect this type of stuff. Absolutely not. I'm out of here. If people start resigning, if people start stepping down, you guys know what's going on. A lot of people is like, hey, I didn't. And if you look at the press secretary, right? She always has a necklace with a cross. But when that date came out, when she announced the list and all that, she didn't have the cross on. She didn't have it on. All right, so it's a crazy world. Excuse me, it's a crazy world. And yeah, this is why you don't trust no one. You put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Do me a favor, give this video a big thumbs up. And again, thank you so much for your support, either through Patreon or PayPal or Cash App. I really appreciate that. I truly do, guys. Prepare yourself spiritually, physically, and mentally. Christ is coming. Get right with Christ. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.